anyway, we are cleaning up more things, you know. Some of Nicaraguans like me coming from the countryside, we are not that kind of extreme clean people, you know, like. But nowadays with COVID, everybody is wearing their own recipe of alcohol and stuff like that. So we are not even getting to the normal rate of usual disease like flu and stuff like that. So that's
Right.
good, you know. Yeah, I have like 2 years without even having a flu. So pretty much good stuff, huh? Somehow.
Well, we are now officially recording, so if you see if you're able to share the screen and bring up your slides.
Sure, let me see. There's a green button there, so that's good. Let me see.
So is Nicaragua open for tourists at this point in time?
Yeah, it is. Actually, Nicaragua was never in an official lockdown.
Okay.
We keep open. Tourists are coming. Economical activities keep going. We have like, I might say like 6 months of last year with homeschooling the kids. That was not maybe the worst the worst thing we have about COVID was having the kids the full time in house. You know, that's really hard.
A lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm hearing some background noise from somebody here. I'm not sure where it was coming.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just told them. So well, tourists keep coming. We have all the economic activities happening as normal. The other thing is that we now have since a couple of months ago normal schooling. Kids are going to school only 3 days per week. The other 2 days they are homeschooling. But it's pretty kind of that sensation of normal. Yeah, it's not. It's not that bad. You can
how did COVID affect the real estate market?
Well, mostly was to kind of adapt to the real estate people, the agents and the market centers and the leaders of the offices, was to kind of give the last step from regular standard activities of real estate to high-tech real estate activities, like even instead of doing an open house, you do a virtual open house. Sure. Instead of you bringing people to 10 houses, you do like virtual tours through WhatsApp, video calls with the sure. Interested people. So mostly was to kind of, hey.
So it didn't really, it changed how you presented things, but the market stayed steady, or is it a very booming market there right now?
Well, actually, it's the market right now, like last 4 to 6 months is picking up. Was a little bit slow because of this. A lot of people say like, hey, I'm interested in buying that house, but don't get me wrong, but maybe you don't even know that you have COVID and I have old people in my house, and I don't know if you're gonna transmit the disease to me. So don't get me wrong, I will prefer to wait a little bit. So right. So that took an extra step for the agents to convince the buyers to actually take the virtual tours and have a snapshot of the property to have a better idea of how it looks, the measures and stuff like that, the spaces, before doing the actual visit to the property. And then we offer them all the biological safetiness to them, you know. But it was really hard because there were a lot of people saying like, how do you know that alcohol stop contagion COVID, you know? Yeah, I know what medical says, but this is a new disease, so how you are sure of that? So mostly was to dealing with the fear of the clients. Right. So, but once that is well handled by practicing the the objections and the scripts that was overcome pretty easy. So, but then we have since this 6 months, since December, we see that the market is picking up for good shape. Right now, comparing Nicaragua to, let's say, more normal time in history, like 2017, currently the real estate market has a reduction in the prices, an overall reduction in prices of about 30%. So that's not that bad because we were like in the bubble since 2011 to 2017. Prices was really crazy on properties here in Nicaragua. I think sometimes even more expensive, some kind of properties compared to Costa Rica. And this 30% down in prices that we are currently facing is actually maybe the right price for the country and what the country has to offer. So this is not that bad. You know, if you know the numbers, if you know the trend, you feel okay with that.
Right. Well, why don't you get into your slideshow and let's see what's going on in Nicaragua.
Sure. Okay, this is me, Fredman Valenzuela. I am team leader of Keller Williams Terra.
That's you without the mask.
Yeah, that's me. I have to take out the mask. You know, it's like, yeah, that's me. By the way, the photo has a lot of filters, okay? But it's pretty much somehow like me. So I am team leader a year ago of KW Terra here in Nicaragua, the most newest market center. We currently, we have been in lockdown as a request from the franchise always. We tried to open an office on March 18 of last year, but then we were told a couple of days later that, hey, you are now opening a physical office. You are doing this fully virtually. So it was kind of challenge even for me that I'm coming from the tech industry and the marketing industry. But things start picking up really nice. We currently have more than 28 agents active right now. We are the number, that's next. Just a little bit of me. I am from technology industry and marketing. I have like 12 years in real estate. I work for a local, regional local developer here in Central America. So that bring me to Keller Williams later. Happy to be in this position. Is really it exceeds my expectations. I'm married, 2 kids, a son and a daughter. What moved me to Keller Williams was like a feeling like I wanna be more ownership of a business. So the proposal came like in January 2020, and this new group of investors bring the idea to me and to be part of this business, not just to work for the crew. And you know, this will be a little bit more in touch with the sales part of real estate than I was before. I was more in the marketing side. So I say like, you know, this is great. This is like a new air, a new breed for me. And I ended up my journey with my previous company, on a journey of 11 years. And I was like in vacation, roughly a couple of days when I get back to work. I was working in home like in 2017 here in Nicaragua. Most of the time I was working from home, otherwise traveling to Belize, Costa Rica, Panama, US in this journey of real estate. But then the rest of the time I was here in Nicaragua, I was working from home. And then this position requires me to keep coming to the office, you know. So when I talked to my wife about it, she was like, go out of the house, do something, get out of here. You're driving me nuts, you know. And was a good notice. Then Keller Williams told us not to open physical office, so I was sorry for her. You know, she need to handle me for 1 more year. Now she's more happy because I am 5 days of the week out of the house. So that's pretty much a little bit about me. This is Nicaragua. Yeah, it's in America. It's not in Africa or Asia. It's in America, just like 2 hours, 15 minutes from Florida, Miami, or Fort Lauderdale International Airport. Pretty much the same 2 hours from Houston. So it's a very reachable country for you guys up there in the US. It's Central America, but actually is, like you see, in the North Hemisphere. So that's pretty much how people see it from geographical point. So we are part of North America. There you have it. not just you guys. So let me tell you a little bit of Nicaragua. Really nice country. In the Atlantic, looks like Belize, look like any Caribbean country, beach that you might know, white sand, blue sea. In the Pacific, looks like more like California, Santa Monica as well, but just not the cold water of Santa Monica. The water here is like 30 degrees or something like that. Really, really warm. You can get into the water and not getting freeze. So it's pretty much nice. We have the only active volcano where you can see lava in the continent. The other one is Kilauea in Hawaii, so like a big butterfly. We are a volcanic country, and we have a lot of lagoons and lakes as well. So it's pretty enjoyable. So you can come from a mountain, a farm in the north of Nicaragua, from I don't know, that would be like 2,000 meters over the sea level, and in 2 hours be in the big lake and in the island. And then you can be like in 1 more hour in the Pacific coast, and just nice coast like you can find in California. So that's pretty much very small country. If you compare, I think Nicaragua will be no bigger than maybe Georgia or some other states in the U.S. But it offers a variety of weather and landscaping. So pretty enjoyable. You North Americans really like come to Nicaragua. We have in 2017, 6 million of tourists. Most of them are you guys from Canada and the US. So and the word is already spread out. The other side of Nicaragua, yeah, we are a very small country, new country, but we are speeding up a little bit with things in the cities. Big brands are coming. You can find really fine clothing brands and stuff like that. Here we have malls. So we are not just huts and palapas. We have a very nice infrastructure right now, and a really good commerce picking up. So pretty much big brands you can find in here, just like in the US. Maybe a little bit expensive, because the transit of these merchandise and stuff like that, that is really nice. So about economy, Nicaragua is a big producer of gourmet coffee. That explains that we have big mountains with really fresh weather. We are right now the top producer of gold in the region of Central America, and we are the #1 of tobacco in most of the continent, just after Cuba as well. And everybody knows about the dairies and milk from Nicaragua. The cheese is really great. We export pretty much the 90% of some countries import of cheese, like El Salvador and Honduras. So that's really nice as well. All right. About infrastructure, we have great roads. We are the first country in Central America with brand new roads everywhere, really well done. And we have also big worldwide class hospitals. Like the Vivian Pelas one in the city, just like maybe less than 30 minutes from the airport, is really fine. And I know a lot of North Americans friends that they are living here or they come oftenly, use those facilities, and they claim that they are really well, like hospitals, even in the U.S. So that's a great thing to know if you are coming to this country, whether for tourism or investment or retiring here or part-time living here. Really important. About I put that market picture looks kind of weird in the infrastructure slide, but I have a point over here. You can live in Nicaragua. A couple can live in Nicaragua with a budget of less than $2,000 per month, and I'm talking not just living like backpacker style, really including really fancy life. Food is really cheap here. Like I can think like in a dozen of tomatoes, less than maybe $3, $2. So life is really cheap. For digital nomads or people that can work from anywhere, is a great alternative right now. You know, so I can give you some other facts there. You can download the Nicaragua handbook from ECI Development website. That is really great. And by the way, I did that like 2 years ago, so it's really well done. All right, let's talk about numbers. I know you, Keller Williams people just like me, we like numbers. We have numbers. We collect the best data in the country. The Nicaraguan, what would be Nicaraguan Chamber or Chamber of Real Estate is picking up really well. They are starting to gather information. We have license in Nicaragua. That's a good thing. And also we were the second country out of US and Canada and Mexico to have license, okay? So for the southern countries of America, we were a little bit ahead of everybody. Like, you know, the license came up and the law came up like in 2007. So we are doing really great. Everyone needs a license to practice real estate, and that's coming really fine. We are shaping the new real estate industry. I was in the board of the association back in 2008 to 2020, and currently Keller Williams occupies 3 positions in the board. So that's great because we are embedding our culture in the association, in the national association. So that's great stuff. About Keller Williams, in Nicaragua since February 2017, currently we are 97 real estate agents in the country, 1,000 pretty much active listings right now, and we have national coverage. So that's really great stuff. About my specific market center, Keller Williams Terra, we are since March 2020, full pandemic time. You know, there was no really better time to do it. You know, like we just not were hidden by a lightning. Everything else happens to us in that year. Full online mode until April 2021. We were doing business, we were recruiting, we were growing that time. Currently, we are 27 real estate agents. We are the second biggest in Nicaragua. We have the 64% of the listings under exclusive contract. So that tells you how we are really pushing hard in quality of the service that we are delivering to our clients. We have really brand new people with less than a month in the business and getting 5 to 7 exclusive in the first month. So we have a great heavy value proposition for a country where there in 2 years ago nobody was even wanting to sign up a real estate contract with an agent, you know, not even a contract, and then to climb or to request an exclusive contract was a heavy job, but we did it. We did it. We are doing fairly well. We are the number one market center in Nicaragua doing this, taking listings under exclusive contracts. 50% of the total listings overall in Nicaragua, we are the number one there as well. How is doing the business in Nicaragua? So you can see here, average sales rate in 2018, 78,000. The overall of properties, the price for overall properties. 2009, we see a spike of 106,000. 2020, pandemic time, things get lower to 75,000. Actually, this number was until March 2020, 86,000, the average sale rate. Currently, since April, is 106,000, okay? I didn't update that slide, but that's coming. So, and for May, that just ended, is 110,000, the average rate in US dollars, okay? Any questions there? Janet, tell me. Do you have any question?
Not about this. It's just it's a wonderful upward trajectory right now. So that's exciting that you're bouncing back so strongly.
Yeah. Actually, since December, we see a trending. We thought that maybe that was a spike, but actually turned it like a real trending. January was better than December, and then you will see the other numbers of the last 3 months. Actually, what's going on? So a lot of properties are coming to the market. We are really pushing really hard on having the right price for the properties. That's really key. We are really demanding that to our real estate agents to be on top of that, to be responsive and not listing something out of the price. We are doing a very great job with how do you say in English? The CMA. CMA, do you know that?
Yes.
We just started using that like 4 months ago. So that's also what is really helping the industry and Keller Williams to get those listings under exclusive contract, because we have a CMA showing the clients what's going on with the market, what's going on with the properties nearby, and what was the right price. Because you have Nicaraguans or owners of properties telling you like, okay, I bought this house in the year 2000, it cost me $80,000. Then I invested $20,000, and I want to buy a car, so my price will be $150,000. And we were like, oh, that's great. Why you are not asking for $1 million? You know, put in your price. No, we don't say that. You know, we just think of that, but we didn't say it. So we said like, oh, okay, that's great. Where do you get that price? You know, all the scripts, and they tell us the story why they are asking for it. So we said, you know, something I would be more than happy to bring you for free an analysis of the market. Allow me 2-3 days, and I promise to give it to you and help you understand what you will find in the report. So we try to deliver that in the most professional way, even visually. And when the clients see this, they just can think in two things. I was thinking in real estate in Neverland, and Peter Pan was me. And okay, I need to sell the house. Let's pick a realistic price. Or two, hey, I'm not putting my house on sale on that price. You know, thank you for your time. And we say the same, like, oh, that's great. Let us know when you want to sell the property, and I will keep calling you, and we keep in contact. You know, we don't force nobody, and we prefer to put a pause in that business when we find this response from the client. But even watching the CMA, they keep pushing to the prices, we don't go into that neighbor. That's dangerous. So a little bit more of the numbers. Closed units, April 2020, we closed 9 units. April 2021, we closed 32. Huge difference, huh? Okay, if you can see, past February was 38, past March was 35, April is 32. So the trending keeps flat, and we are happy on that. Actually, May was really a spike. I can provide you that information later in the week. We just finished May, was really good. But guess what? Was the best April for the whole franchise here in Nicaragua. So big number there. Nobody can believe that number. Only Keller Williams people can believe those numbers, right? Okay. Close volume, you can see April 2020, 752,000. April 2021, 3,520,000 US dollar. I know for all of you could find kind of small prices or small amounts, but if you relate that you can have a really nice condo here in Nicaragua under $200,000, world-class condo, then you can have like how is related the prices in Nicaragua for the prices in the US. So for us, it's really a huge jump. Again, you can see the trend in February, March to April, 3 million and a half, 3 million and a half again. So it's pretty much, I'm glad to see this number that once they spike, they remain kind of flat, because it means that we grew up and now we are maintaining that trend. That's really important. It's not just to arrive to the top of the mountain, but also to maintain that number coming really well. Listing taken, April 2020, 33. April 2021, the double. So that's really, really, really fantastic thing. February 47, March 60, April 21, 68. So we see that a little bit going up still. So again, really, really great numbers. Listing taken volumes, April 2020, 5 million. April 2021, 10 million, the double. And again, the trending. March was crazy, 19 million. So, but the trending looks like it's on the 10 millions right now. Listing sold units, April 2020, 5 units. April 2021, 17. February 2020, 20. March 18, April 17. Again, is a flat graphic right now. Best April, again, since Keller Williams starts in Nicaragua back in 2017. Listing sold, money. April 2020, 378. April 2021, 1,856,000. This tells you the story of how we are doing business, and we are changing the real estate industry in Nicaragua. We are pushing really hard on quality in the best service we can. February 20, 2 million, March 1.5 million, April almost 2 million again. So again, the flat graphic. So happy to see that flat graphic. And that's pretty much what I have to share with you guys.
Okay. So who are the buyers that you have in Nicaragua? Are they most people from within the country, or do you have people coming from outside of the country?
Good question there. Well, I might say like properties, let's separate that in prices. Properties over $150,000, that could be a colonial house, really nice, huge estate in Granada, the colonial city, just like less than an hour from Managua, or in the beaches, like in the Pacific or in the Caribbean coast. You can find really nice beach houses starting from $120,000. That segment of the market are mostly US and Canada.
Okay.
there might be some Europeans as well. Also houses in the city. That's a little bit different story. A lot of Nicaraguans can afford to buy a 130,000 housing inside the cities. So that's kind of affordable for them. Nicaraguans are not looking to buy a second home right now. So that is most North American market. There are really nice properties, 200, 300, 500, 1 million, just in front the Pacific coast. There are a lot of developments there right now. So that's a really great option. And these properties also have the 30% down in the prices if you compare that to 2017. Let me just make a comparison here. For a really nice world-class condo in Costa Rica, just 80 kilometers from the border south to Costa Rica, inside Costa Rica, that condo could cost you $469,000. From the border between Costa Rica and Nicaragua, inside Nicaragua, 50 kilometers in San Juan del Sur, you can find the exact same condo, size, quality, materials, shape, design, anything you want, and in the same beach, you know, for $200,000, $249,000. So it's a $200,000 gap there. So that's a really great option right now.
Yeah.
Not speaking bad of my dear loved fellows of Costa Rica, it's just different markets for different people,
Right.
different segments. So that's pretty much the story.
So when I know Costa Rica has been discovered, it's been developed, Nicaragua not as much.
Yeah.
So what do you think the future is for Nicaragua? Do you see a lot of development coming in?
Yeah, actually, Nicaraguan real estate is the market is expanding really, really fast, and the offer. I think Managua right now, that is the capital city, is about 1,300,000 people. It's swallowing other cities nearby. So I think in the next 5 years, Managua will be so big, maybe the biggest city in Central America. There are a lot of developments right there in the beach, in the mountains, really nice farms, North American style. Even we don't have snow here. They are building those nice farm with triangle shape in the top. You know, really, really nice. If we speak about roads and highways, Nicaragua is the first country in Central America, even over Costa Rica. What I'm kind of surprised. You know, Costa Rica is really well developed country, more than Nicaragua, but kind of that gives you the sensation that we are not doing so bad, you know. So, anyways, it's still the safest country in Central America. Speaking about Nicaragua, we have a very low rate of crime and felonies that maintains. You see some fellows of you North Americans with, I don't know, $50,000, $5,000, $10,000 camera at midnight in Granada in the street taking pictures, and nobody threats them, you know, and that's what it speaks by itself.
Mhm.
So I think in the next 5 years, it will keep the list flat, or it will grow a little bit.
Mhm.
Like countries in Nicaragua, countries in Central America don't have big spikes in production or growing GDP stuff. I'm not a professionalist in that kind of topic, nor desire to, but you know, we handle these numbers. So growing for a country in Central America of 2%, 0.2% or 0.5% is a good thing. 0.7% is a better thing. So Nicaragua will be like in there. Nicaragua is slowing down to export raw assets, is start to create to producing final end products here. We started with the tobacco industry. We are now doing with the coffee. We are not exporting coffee to Switzerland. We are producing the final bag of gourmet coffee here. So that thing is changing right now. That gives you more value for your effort for the producer. And this is getting to other industries here. So we are getting more ordered in economical speaking. So it will be flat or it will be a little bit of growth for the next 5 years. Yeah.
Now, you had mentioned, and you brought it up, so I'm going to go with it a little bit. You talked a little bit about crime. So I think that's always been one of the concerns about investors for Nicaragua is the crime, but they also, what is the situation politically? Is it fairly stable at the moment?
Okay, yeah, two topics there. The crime, yeah, is really low, is the lowest of Central America. And you can think like, yeah, being the lowest of Central America, that doesn't tell me that much if you see what happened in Honduras and El Salvador. And I'm not picking bad on them. It's just the truth of what you can find in the metrics. Crime are really high there, kind of Colombia or Iraq stuff in those countries.
Right.
It's getting better. It's getting better. But if you compare to Nicaragua, it will be like a 10 against 0.5. Nicaragua is really, really low on crime in the metrics. I can find any metrics in the internet and share with you guys any public metric. That is really important. That is what I see in the streets, what I see anywhere every day. I am 38 in August. I'm not that young, and I never in my life have been threatened here in Nicaragua. Regardless, anything you hear about Nicaragua back in the 80s, Nicaragua is a really safe country, speaking that everyone, we are really respectful for others, like their life, their business, their possessions. So it's really nice. And we understand we need to be more than welcoming for people from the outside, because they could be the next investor or the next neighbor, and that's good for the country. You can find more information about this daily living of expats here in Nicaragua in ECI development website as well. I love these guys. I worked for them 11 years. Also, Mike Kopp has really nice webinars about it. Very, very informative. And about what's happening in politics in Nicaragua, if this is a stable thing. Okay, there are two things always, perception and reality. If you ask if the political situation in Nicaragua is stable, I will say yes. And I'm not picking any side, any side. Yes, it's stable. It's stable when you don't have things like riots, war, and stuff like that, or social disorders and stuff like that. Or you have a major problem if you have two big contenders with almost similar forces. That's not happening in Nicaragua. So you are not fighting with a heavyweight if you are a flyweight, So that brings like stability. So it's really like you cannot even notice that we have politics. You can think if you don't see the media, and this is not just for Nicaragua, this is a great thing that we should start doing, like everyone in any country. Start watching the media. If you don't see the TV news channels here in Nicaragua, you will think that we have Canadian politics. What that means? Boring politics. but I'm speaking like what I see every day, everywhere. I go to the markets, I go to the gas station, I drive 40 minutes from home to the market center, and it's really safe. and I might not be concerned. You know, speaking about property, Nicaragua has been doing fairly well. Even though we have been receiving for a lot of years a wave from the U.S. government, like a price, how Nicaragua is handling this thing about properties and bringing back properties from people that were taken back in the 70s and getting everything in order. So that's really important. That speaks by itself.
Okay. Now, if someone was to buy in Nicaragua, what is basically, could you walk us through what a deal is? Do you use a lawyer? Is there escrow? Is there title? What is kind of the basics of buying a
Yeah,
property?
good question. North Americans can own properties in Nicaragua, regardless their status, immigrant status. Yeah, you need a lawyer. You need to make sure that there are a lot of fluent speaking lawyers in Nicaragua, because this traffic of North Americans coming to live or retire or part-time living in Nicaragua. So there's plenty of service in that. You will receive the title of your property under your name. So that's important thing. Uh, there is escrow. The thing on escrow, you not even can find the exact translation to Spanish, but we have an escrow in Nicaragua as well. The thing is that not most of people use it or even know that that kind of thing exists, which is really great to always work through escrow. But yeah, you can find that service as well here. Just
And
make sure you.
does your office provide links or help put foreign investors in touch with the people who would help them?
Sure. We have already experienced some of all our agents have served North Americans that have came here, or even North Americans not even looking their properties before they buy them, and we help them uh, physically here or remotely through the whole process. And we have, I might say, like about 10 really satisfied clients.
And then how is it easy to get a visa for Nicaragua if you're going to be
Ah,
buying a property and living there for full or part-time?
Yeah, as North Americans, you don't need visa to come into Nicaragua. Just you buy your ticket, bring your passport, show up at the airport, and you are here. You know, just like that. I think that for tourists, there's a $10 fee charge in customs, but that's pretty much anything. Then you need to get out of the country. Uh, uh, in the when you are here 6 months, before you reach the 6 months, you go out of the country one day, get back, and you have another 6 months. A lot of North Americans keep doing that, but some of them go through the residency process, which is kind of easy. I think you with owning a $30,000 property or investment in a company of $30,000,
That's
you
very
are
low.
eligible to be resident. So it's pretty much easy. If you are buying a nice colonial house in Granada, the colonial city, uh, it will be 150. You are way over that rate, and you are more than welcome to claim your residence. You know,
And
it will be helpful.
how long does it take to get the residency generally?
That might take from 6 months to 1 year. But while you are in that process, you are not requested to leave the country in the period of 6 months, which is kind of nice.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, you just can go visit Costa Rica or Honduras. Is 2 hours in car, and then just stay there the weekend, and then you get back to Nicaragua and you have another 6 months. It will be fun.
Okay, and you said you have very good roads. So
Yeah.
is it possible to, go across the country fairly easily? I mean, is it all on highways or are they smaller roads? What do you find there?
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking about traffic, car population, I don't know, numbers, I must say we are very we have very few cars. You know, I think the total amount of cars in Nicaragua is it will not reach even the 500,000 cars in the whole country. So you won't find that huge parking lots of 18 lines like in the 405 California. Not speaking that, it's true. It's fact. But you can go from the top of the mountain in the north of Nicaragua, about 400 kilometers from Managua, have breakfast there, ride horses, go through the coffee plantations, and then be in Managua like 3 hours slowly driving, and then 1 more hour you are in the big lake, and 1 hour you are in the Pacific coast. From Managua, like 4 hours to the Caribbean coast, which is just like Bermudas or Belize, a really Caribbean style of beach, white sand and blue water. That's pretty much. So it's really reachable. Mostly, I think Nicaragua will be like more than the 80% reachable in a really good shape concrete road.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, sorry, I'm hogging it.
I was just curious, for a buyer that may be looking for a piece of land to purchase, are there certain requirements? First of all, is that available in Granada or those big cities? And then also, are there certain requirements from the government to be able to build on a property and such? And how does that work?
Well, if you are buying a land, yeah, you are required to ask to request a construction permit, which it will just survey the land and look for any seismological fails and stuff like that. But pretty much, there are some spots in Nicaragua already market where you cannot build anything or not big construction. The rest of the country is pretty much safe. If you are near to a river, then you were asked like you will not able even to buy some properties there because the river gets really big in rainy season. But pretty much you buy a land, you will feel comfortable to build right there. The seller who brings you that permit or certificate just to be safe. So, and that's a good practice. You don't want any weird situation after you buy a property and you find that you can only have a farm there and you cannot build a two-story building or thing like that. So that's always a good practice to ask for that certificate of the municipality if you can build in that place. Anyways, you should not go without a real estate agent, a Keller Williams one, and do the transact with the help of a lawyer. That's really important as well.
Okay. And then also, how difficult is it, or is it difficult to find the labor that you need, a contractor and a plumber and things like that?
Right. Well, it's actually really easy. Your real estate agent might have a good large list of them. Also for home fixings and stuff like that. Now there are really nice services that even you can request for them from different apps already here in Nicaragua to fix any electricity, water, any plumber, any stuff of those. So it's really easy to get that service right now. And the construction of your house, there are plenty of construction companies here to ask for that.
Well, it's getting a little late here, so I want to show a few of the properties. I've got brought up the screen share. I hope you guys can see this. Are you seeing my list of links?
Yes.
Okay. So, Fredman, are there some that you particularly like me to click on to show some of the things that are available?
I am trying to get to the screen. I'm not looking at it. Huh.
Right now, we're just seeing his presentation.
Oh, you're not seeing mine?
No.
Oh,
Okay. Now you can share yours.
okay.
Yeah, there it is. Let's try the first ones you have in the lab. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Okay, that's Spanish. Let me take you through. That's I think 99,000 house in Granada, fully colonial, wooden pool. Really nice place. I know that place.
You can see it over here.
That's 99,000, I think, and it's about 45
Yeah,
minutes from, yeah, not 45 minutes from Managua. That's Granada. It's the same time from the airport, the international airport.
Okay. Some other ones?
Yeah, pick anyone. There are some farms and lots as
There was
well.
some land here too, which,
Yeah, yeah, that's a really nice land. You can see that view. It's in the Masaya Lagoon. It's about 10, like 40 minutes from Managua. 145, 47,000, but it's really touristic. It's a place where you can do a hotel or a resort. Really nice.
okay. Let's see. Let's try this one. I'm just randomly choosing them. There were so many I couldn't quite get my head around doing slides. So let's see. This one's 160.
Yeah, that's a colonial house in Granada, 160. Some of the colonial houses in Granada have really huge. I'm a, I'm no, I don't know if I'm correct. The backyard is in the middle of the house. I don't know if you can call that a backyard because it's a, I don't know, a center yard, something like that. I just burned my English right there. So it has pool, as you can see. It's a massive house. I think that house could be like more than 300 meters of construction. These are condos in Managua, like what we call the condos here, 160 in one of the top-notch residential neighbors in Managua.
Yeah, that's fairly new construction, it looks like.
Yeah,
I'm just randomly clicking on links here.
sure, no worry.
This is fairly similar.
Yeah, fairly similar.
But these are standalone homes, right? Those aren't condos.
Yes, yes.
Or well, condominium, it says.
We call it condos, but you know, it's not actually
Or like a
condos like a
townhome.
farm. Yeah, like a townhouse.
Okay. All right. So to the photos there. Would any of the listings that you have like be on the seaside? That we could kind of show one of those?
Yeah, I think I put a couple there.
Okay.
Yes, maybe the last ones. Let me see. Click the last one.
The last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. That's not bad.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
Yeah.
and I see being on the water with the view and everything, this is definitely a lot more pricey.
Yeah.
What areas?
That's huge.
What area is that? Okay.
That San Juan del Sur is about 2.5 hours going from Nicaragua south. It's like 50 kilometers from Costa Rica border. Is if you have been in Playa Tamarindo in Costa Rica, it's the same shape and the same beach.
Wow.
And there's the town. You can see the town under you, the San Juan del Sur town, which is a small fisherman village. Now it has really nice restaurants and hotels there.
Well, in comparison, in Long Beach, which is not one of the most expensive beach towns, I think our median price is above this. And that would not be in the best part of Long Beach either. So
Yeah.
that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I'd say that's a gorgeous one to end up on, I think.
And that's quite one of the most expensive houses we have in our listing. There are some other about 400,000 that they are really like that kind of shape as well and size.
Now, is it possible for foreigners to buy on the water? Are there any rules regarding that?
Yeah, it just depends when the house was built. Right now, there is a 15 meters law that you cannot build 15 meters on the beach. But if the house was built or the property was built before 2004, then you can even tear down the property and build a new one. You have the right to buy it or to rebuild there. I know 50 meters from water is not that bad.
No, that's close enough to enjoy the view for sure.
Oh yeah.
And then are there any other restrictions for foreigners? I heard that we couldn't buy close to the borders.
Oh, all right. From the borders is about 20 kilometers from the border.
Okay, that's not too
So
far.
yeah, it's not that bad. You have pretty much a lot of properties to buy in other places in Nicaragua, but I think it's 50 kilometers from the border.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's open this.
20 kilometers from the border.
Okay, well, 20 is better.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably more a safety and security concern, national borders and things. So does anybody have any more questions for Fredman? Okay, Fredman, can you put your contact details in the chat?
Absolutely.
And I think it's people will be looking at this, from our different offices, and we'll have a chance to look at the recording. We want them to be able to get a hold of you. We want to encourage everybody to link on command and form partnerships, so that if anybody has any clients that are interested in purchasing in Nicaragua, we have a trusted resource there in Fredman. And as I said, I've known Fredman for a couple of years. I don't know if nobody has any questions. Do you have any questions for us, Fredman?
Well, I just hope you send some business down here. We'll be more than glad. And let me know when you are coming down here. I will be gladly picking you on the airport. And let's have fun, bring your hat and your sun cover. Is about 32 to 34 degrees the whole year. And there's a plenty of activities. Bring your shirt and your bathing suit. That's a must.
Okay, and I guess so. If you were to live there with a residency card, and you mentioned that the hospitals are very good there, is there like a nationalized hospital program that you would get on as a foreigner, or? Yeah,
there are some good plans here.
Okay.
You will find them ridiculous. Very affordable if you compare
very
with the
affordable
US.
compared to the US.
Yeah.
I know that from living abroad.
There's a lot of North Americans coming down here to do the dentist jobs here. That I don't know, $200, $300 the most. So it's really affordable.
Super.
Hope you see you down here. Let me
Yeah,
know.
I'm looking forward to visiting. You're on my list.
Let's do it.
Much.
So
All right.
everybody, Fredman,
Thank you.
this is your resource there in Nicaragua. And thank you so much. I know we kind of sprang this on you at the last minute and you really
No
rallied,
worries.
came through with a wonderful presentation. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I'm glad to share this time with you. Have a nice evening, nice afternoon, and let me know. Let's keep in contact.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you. Bye.